Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full product? As a group, we've done 3 tasks. We've done a preliminary, our full product, and we did another task which we called the walk in the park, which you can look out on our group blog. And we've learned a lot, because when we first came into it, I've previously done media studies, but we was amateurs then, so we just thought it was just recording something and then putting it as something else. But then when we actually entered media studies in year 12, we realised it was so much more than that. So our first product was kind of shaky because we didn't use the tripod. We didn't really organise it well, so not everything went to plan, and we didn't have a lot of clips, so we just had to work with what we had. In the end, it came out well, even though it just wasn't what we expected. It was so much hard work. So many things had to be done just to create this one product, which was really difficult, but we did it in the end. Then at school, we did a preliminary task, which was a bit better because we actually used a tripod this time, and we learned new rules like reverse shot, reverse, match on action, 180-degree rule. And it's just it made things a lot easier because we knew what we had to do now. We knew what we can and cannot do. So it gave us guidelines. It helped us through the process and different camera angles. And we just got into it. We used our acting skills, even though it wasn't that good, but we got into it. We made up our storyline using just the words, the script that we was given. We came up with our own story. And then we got to our final product. And that's when all the real work got put into place. Beforehand, we did all our pre-production. We got everything that we wanted set out. We had what we wanted in our mind from before. We knew what we wanted, so because we knew what we wanted, we went and got out and just started doing it. And we were actually one of the first groups to start filming, so that was quite an achievement. Miss Gatty told us that when you film, you should film one part more than once, so then when you go to actually make your film, you have more of a selection. So we took that in mind, and we was like, so everything that we shot more than once, so that when we went back to actually make our product, we knew exactly which one to pick, which one not to pick. And we just started doing the scene 1, scene 2, or Shantae walking, take 1, Tyra doing this, take 1, and things like that. So we started to really get into actually making the film, using the tripod, using the professional camera. Then actually making a product was really fun, because everybody had different ideas of what they wanted, but because we made a storyboard, we had to stick to it. But then after our storyboard, we kind of wanted to change things, so we changed it. And some people it doesn't go with it, some people it does go with it, but then in the end we all managed to agree on what we wanted. So I think I've learned a lot. I've learned how to actually control situations in which you don't know what you're doing. I've learned how much work it is to make a movie. If it's taken us at least 2 months to make our final product, which only lasts 2 minutes, imagine what it takes to make a movie that lasts an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's a lot of work. So I can understand now, when I'm watching movies, I point out things that I know. It's oh mum, the lizard and diegetic sound. Oh mum, look. And it's wow, you're a media student. So yeah, I think I've learned a lot from my preliminary to my final.